All right, how to triple your phone sales with two simple questions. Now, for any of you guys that are private coaching clients, you will recognize this technique. You'll think back and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was when Dan Yoda mind fucked me. Oh, that's what he did." Anyway, this is a really cool technique that will allow you to really just hit it out of the park when it comes to phone sales. It's very simple, and when I explain it to you, you will understand exactly how this works and why it works. So let's get started. When you get someone on the phone, it's important that you set the tone and direct the conversation right away. Otherwise, the call can go down a road that does not lead to a sale. And that's not a road you want to go down. That's not a road that helps you. Fuck that road. We want the road that leads to a sale. And that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, once they're on the phone with you, they should have already digested some of your content and requested this call. That's important. They would have requested this somehow. And that leads us to the two questions. Hi, Tom. Thanks for booking this call. I just want to let you know I start every call with two questions. These questions allow me to see where you are and how I can best help you. Okay? And they'll usually say okay. So here are the two questions. Why me? And why now? What I mean by that is, Tom, why did you specifically reach out to me and why right now in your life? Or you could say, why right now at this point in your business or something like that? Or if you're a health person, why right now at this point in your health journey or whatever the hell it is? So you ask these questions. Now, you will now watch the magic happen. And you also want to shut the fuck up and let them talk. All right. The first question, why me? When they answer this question, they will likely proceed to tell you why you are so great, qualified, or just plain awesome. Remember, they requested this call from you because they have already digested your content, which means if they actually went out of their way to request a call, they're probably already kind of a fan, okay? But you want to remind them why they're a fan and get them thinking on that because you're about to try to sell them something. So you got to get them in that mindset. Essentially, they are selling themselves on you when they answer this question. And you are just sitting back and watching. Now, if they respond negatively, like, well, I don't know, why the fuck are you so great? Then just end the call. Now, I've never had this happen personally. And if you acquire the call properly, meaning they digest your content and they request the call and your content's good, which if it's good, that's probably why they're requesting the call, then it should not happen. It should never happen, okay? If it happens, that means you fucked up somewhere in the process of acquiring the call and you want to work on that and get that better, not try to get this phone part better. Because they should already be a fan. That's important to get that through your head. They should already be a fan. So don't try, I guess what I'm saying is don't try to acquire the call too early and be too eager. Make sure they're warmed up to you first. That makes this phone call part super easy. Okay, so that's the why me question. So they answer it and they sit there and talk about how great you are because they requested this call and that gets them in the you fucking rock mindset, which is necessary when you're trying to sell somebody something. Okay, next. Why now? This one's great. At this point, they will tell you every problem that they need solved that is most important right now. Now, your pitch should be on the fly and catered to this question's response or responses. So if you think they need more subscribers, but they answer this question as I need better quality subscribers, focus on that and not what you had already pre-planned to say. Okay, this kind of goes back to the customer research thing. They're going to tell you what they want out of it. So if you offer 10 things and they only mention 3 that when they answer this question, focus on those 3. Don't run your mouth and go through all 10 and bore them to tears. Just focus on how awesome you are at solving those 3. This is super important. The close. Now this part's simple. After a bit of chat, after after a bit of a chat with, the 2 questions that you asked, tell them a story of one of your coaching clients or whatever, one of your clients with the biggest results, your biggest success story, basically. So, for instance, I might tell the story of Nat Tucker, who, you know, went from selling 17 courses to selling 45 courses after she hired me when she did a launch. Or I might tell the story of Daniel Vega, who did $65,000 in sales off of what was it? I don't know, something like $800 budget or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I'll tell one of those stories, okay? And naturally, when you're telling this story, okay, because you're saying, you want to say, well, one of my coaching clients actually did this. So they might say, oh, well, one problem I have is getting leads. And I might say, well, you know what? One of my coaching clients, Danny, actually got 500 leads his first 60 days after he started with me, after he began, or after he took my course or whatever. Now, when you say this, when you ask, or when you tell the story naturally, the next question they will ask is, so how much is coaching? Well, how much is your product? How much is that? How much is your course or whatever? Well, at this point, you're letting them close for you. You're letting them do all of this for you. Okay, so if you suck at sales, this is the perfect process. So when they ask that question, all you got to do at this point is tell them what they get. This is what you get with coaching, blah 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 blah, or this is what you get with the course, blah 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 blah, or this is what you get with the product, blah 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 blah. Then you tell them the price. Well, it's, $9.97 for this, whatever, da da da. And then you ask when they would like to get started. Then you shut up and you hope they say yes. Okay? That's it. It's simple, And a lot of people will say, all right, let's get started, I remember one time Gretchen, a German language teacher, signed up for coaching, and I literally asked this question before I could when would you like to get, can you take a visa? Okay, so you will have customers like that, and that's fantastic. Those are the best ones, but if they say no, that's okay too. This part again is simple. You have 2 options. You can add them to your Facebook group or your email list or whatever, however you push out content, and hope they eventually come around. And they often do, okay? Or you could get a little more aggressive, and you could run retargeting ads aimed at them, through their email list. So, you create an ad for people who got on the phone with you but didn't buy. And you can easily do that by adding them to a email list, or you take their email and you add them to a custom audience. Or if they visited a thank you page when they booked the call, you can just base it off the pixel with that custom audience, people that visited that page, either or. And you link that to several ads like testimonials or, blog posts or things that make you look awesome, things that show them that you got the goods. And you'll notice that several will reach back out to you over the next coming weeks or months with a new attitude. Trust me. I had a client, Jessica Fernley. She scheduled a free coaching call. I ran her through some stuff, and she didn't want to sign up at the time. I don't remember why. I don't remember if it's a cost thing or if she had... I honestly don't remember why she didn't. It doesn't matter. Needless to say, and if she's listening to this right now, she's probably going to be like, that fucker. But yeah, I hit her with retargeting ads. I hit her with all that stuff like I do everybody else when I want to get a coaching client. And eventually, she just messaged me out of nowhere and was like, I'm ready to sign up. Let's go. And she did. She signed up for a basic package. I believe, what did I send out to my clients that didn't? I didn't have many that didn't sign up, but I think it was some interviews I did on NBC, stuff like that. Or actually, if I remember correctly, I didn't have a lot that didn't sign up through the coaching call. So what I did was I just pushed out basic retargeting ads to my list, and she was on my list, and that happened. And you can do that as well. You don't necessarily have to create one ad just for those people that talk to you on the phone, because you might not do that many coaching calls. If that's the case, you just want to do basic warm ads to, what I call warm retargeting ads. So you have your email list, right? So instead of sending out a ton of emails, you take your best content and you push it out with retargeting ads, and it just keeps you in their keeps your name in their head, keeps them seeing your stuff, keeps them warm, and you don't have to send out a ton of emails. And I do cover that in a lesson in this course. All right, guys, that is how to triple your phone sales with 2 simple questions. If you have any questions on this, don't hesitate to ask in the student group or during a coaching call when we do those. All right, guys, Dan Henry out.